this ain't nothing for the pack.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set, like 80.
So we got me.
Alert.
Slam.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there right off the bat. 68 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll look to run with counter, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner taking it in. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Watch 98 to Mike. All you get is a header.
Off play action. Herbert. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Ready?
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Herbert. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. First carry for Peyton Barber, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the off.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Delaney Walker, 41 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Going. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Set! 180! Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this to Eckler. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got my he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Mike. 180.
Mike 5-4. In your face.
Watch twist. Help out.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Conner, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on,
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground with Barber, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Now here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6.
Here we go. Hey, Tusa.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Barber. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, Barber. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Roethlisberger. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Steeler first down on a pickup of 11 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he finds McDonald. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, Eckler. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Austin Eckler, 35 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On second down now, Dawkins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the gun, Herbert. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He gets it to Humphries. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The dump off good for 8 there on 1st down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Running is Barber. And an alley to run. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Steelers' 12-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He's got Smith here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Roethlisberger now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. This is complete to Watkins on a slant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Able to find Switzer. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Black 80! 8!
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
Black is good!
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Sammy Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
All day.
The final shot before break. Herbert going deep for Walker. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
All day, baby, all day.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
And the Titans first down.
Barber on first and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Brings up second and 12.
Let's go. Pick it up.
The 41-yard line.
Watch the shit.
Let's go.
They run. This is Scarborough. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 50 yards on the ground. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Herbert. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Herbert. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah. Alert.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver who has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. A gain of 32 that time.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for them.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Roethlisberger going top shelf and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 30 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Herbert, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked, instead it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Switzer. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back comeback for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Jordan Berry now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He sets to fire deep. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. He gets it to Brown. Complete. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Touchdown, Titans. Adam Humphries, 65 yards. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Succop, and that will get him one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go! At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. It's caught, Humphreys. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's go.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Back to throw. Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Completes it to Davis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. David Greenwich there to make the grab. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
Touchdown, Tennessee. Ryan Suckup on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point up and good by Suckup as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go. Hey, switch gears.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And this is caught by Watkins. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. It's Eckler again. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Austin Eckler, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this way. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Roethlisberger. Open man is Switzer complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 21 yards there on 3rd down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate, The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12. Today,
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Steelers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.